Oh, as promised, we're back with David Goldstein of Biltmore Loan, and if you take a look at this beautiful lady, I'm going to call her.
We'll call her a lady.
We'll call her a lady, a beautiful woman. It may be something that you have in your home, maybe something similar that you've been collecting throughout the years, thinking that eventually you could sell high, right?
So true.
Just not the case these days.
You know, the 60s, 70s, 80s, we had collectible mania. And what happened was we came out of the 50s and people started collecting everything. We had Hummels and Yadro and ivory and bronzes and jewelry.
Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies, you name it, literally. Baseball cards,
Right.
all these things, okay, Pokemon cards. They come and they go.
Right.
And the problem is that now we're in a society that the next generation really doesn't have any interest in these things. So I say to people when they're struggling and they're looking in their safe deposit boxes and they're looking at all these things they're going to hand down to their children and their children have no interest in them, might you not be better off to give them 5 shares of Apple stock or 5 shares of Google stock or Amazon?
Better value.
The truth is that this stuff is not appreciating more. It's not appreciating in value. So if you don't have a place that you're going to wear it, truly, there are better places to put your money today.
You know, and here's the thing, but you, I wouldn't, may not know that. You may not know the value, and that's exactly what David Goldstein does, is he's able to assess the value of anything.
And I live for it, as you know.
I know, it's kind of in your, in your DNA, I think.
It is.
So here's what you can do. You can go over to any one of the 2 locations, bring in your items or send pictures, and David will actually do all of that research for you. And any of the items that you're seeing here on the table, you can also purchase because you buy a lot of the items. But we talked earlier, David, about the opportunity of getting a loan. Maybe somebody doesn't want to really part with some of these items.
Wonderful. They need a short-term bridge loan. They want to get something special for somebody during the holiday season. Come in, take a short-term loan.
Okay.
But so often, you're going to find that you don't really have attachment to that piece. And you may really just be better off to sell it and then get something that you can reward somebody with a great gift. You're seeing beautiful Chanel accessories there. You're seeing the Erte bronzes. Now, these Erte bronzes, to give you an idea, were $18,000 to $30,000 originally.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and now they're worth pennies on the dollar on that, 10 to 15 cents on the dollar at most.
But you know, if somebody did spend that kind of money back then, and they think, oh, I'm going to really, make out on this deal.
Sure.
You always say, you can bring it in and you'll assess, but you always say, you know what, shop around.
I implore you to go and get a second offer. I want you to dare us to compare. I always say I'm not always the bearer of good news, but I am always the bearer of the truth. I love to tell you something. There's nothing that I enjoy more than to surprise you and tell you the value of something, like why this is worth so much more because it's signed. And you see, if you have something that's David Webb, Cartier, Tiffany, Van Cleef, that's where I'm really going to be my strongest. Rolex, diamonds, large diamonds. This is what I've done for 35 years. But the most important thing is to look at it and say, are you going to wear it? And if you're not, or use it, or is it somewhere where you're not using it? Okay, so I know you're probably chomping at the bit. Let me give you some information for you at home. If you want to find out how much something is worth, here's what you do. Email them, info@biltmoreloan.com. They will get back to you, give you the value of that. You can visit their Scottsdale store at 480-991-LOAN, 5626, or the Chandler location, 480-705-LOAN, 5626. Visit their website, biltmoreloan.com, or it is the holidays. You see something you like, visit biltmorelux.com.